You've heard about the book, The Let Them Theory, this wildly popular book by Mel Robbins, which says, let them be, let them do what they're going to do, let them judge, whatever. But the real power for me and the part that spoke to me was let me set my own boundaries. Let me take control of my own actions. Let me be the one to take the lead or take action. And it reminded me of the serenity prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that's aligned with this book. And even though I espoused that, it wasn't until I heard from Jeff Woods, who was a podcaster for the book, The One Thing, which is another fabulous book. And he was the one who always said, where's my DNA in this? Pointing the finger back at himself. And that's something that as a perfectionist, I could never do. I didn't want to be wrong. I didn't want to be the one at fault. So I wasn't really willing to hold up the mirror and say, what's my part in this? So since I've had that shift, the let them theory even took more hold for me. And since I read it, a couple things have happened. One, I was dealing with my sister who's taking care of my mom, and it was a sudden thing, and it's extremely difficult. So I offered to give respite for a weekend. And I got really frustrated because she wasn't responding back to texts or anything else. I said, hey, does this weekend work? And I didn't hear anything. So I put the let them theory on it. Let them not answer me, but let me just go ahead and make plans, because the truth is they don't go anywhere because they're taking care of mom. So anytime that I show up to say, hey, you are free to do you, I've got it. I'm not asking anything of you. I'm just going to show up and be there. So I did. I said, here's what we're doing. I've booked a car. I'm arriving at this time. We're going to take care of mom. You go do you. I'm leaving at this time, period. It took away the resentment that I was starting to feel because she wasn't getting back to me. And it also helped me to put a different lens on the situation, saying, she is overwhelmed. And maybe that's just outside of her scope right now. So let me not be pissy and judge her too. Let me just take care of the things that I can control and lend support where I can. Another thing that I did is I confronted my husband with, a delicate but really uncomfortable topic for us. And it was again after listening to one of Mel's podcasts about sex. And I said, what is my part in this? And let me be the one to bring up the topic. Let me be the one to take a look at my role in this. Let me be the one to see where I play into this relationship dynamic. And by being strong enough and brave enough to broach the subject, we had a really good conversation about it. And that led to even more closeness, which was really my goal in the beginning. So by saying, let me, and putting myself out there to take a step, it improved our relationship. And the third is, as it relates to my Encore life, post-career, as I'm doing my life coaching, let me take control of my life. Let me be the one to create the life that I want to have. And if it's not the life I want, let me be the change agent. Let me be the one to make some new plans, set some goals, change things in my business. Let me live fully and create this life that I want to live. So I am, and I'm doing this. I'm taking the risk. Let me be bold and brave and start a community to help other women who are retiring, transitioning into retiring, leaving a job and pivoting into something else, who want to be with other vibrant people who are going through the same thing. Let me create the community that they can be a part of. And I do this with my coaching clients too. Take responsibility for this life you want to create. Don't wait for somebody else. It's up to you to decide how you're going to show up and how you're going to deal with the life you have. So in my one-on-one coaching, that's the focus. And by taking control and taking responsibility of your actions, your responses, and how you want to show up in the world, it is so empowering, and it puts the power and control where it belongs, with you. You have the power, you have the strength, you have the courage to do these things. Maybe you haven't been tapping into those strengths, but you have them. And I just encourage you to tap into them and look in the mirror and say, what is my part in this? Where am I pointing the finger at somebody else, instead of saying, you know what? Put on your big girl panties and go do something about the situation. Go make things happen. So to kind of recap, the let them theory is so powerful. And I'm just grateful that this book came out and that I've read it and have shared it with other people in my life. But it really is about you can't control what other people do, so let them. That's, even if you want to change, the hardest thing is change. And even when you want to change yourself, it's hard. So let somebody else decide that they're ready to change and do the work to change themselves. But let me decide how I'm going to react. Let me keep living my life. Let me create the life that I most want to live. Because you get one shot at this. So make it happen. If you're interested in joining the community that I'm creating, I invite you to go to myencorecoach.com/mavens, for Mavens with Moxie, and sign up. Check it out. It's going to be a fabulous program and a fabulous community. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, I can do that too. We can go down this path together. Go to myencorecoach.com and check it out and schedule an appointment. myencorecoach.com/schedule to schedule the appointment. So if you like what you heard today, give this episode a like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, remember that life is full of twists and turns, and it's up to you to manage this adventure. And whatever happens is part of your adventure. So go out there, live your best life every day.